Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Woo, the weather is getting toasty where I live. Yesterday I was like, oh, I'm going to pop out and go for a walk and go to the beach. And as the day progressed, it's just like one of those things. Every time you get in your car, you're like, oh, I'm in an easy bake oven and I'm going to melt lipsticks, chapsticks, anything that have a wax base, chocolate. Beware, because that stuff will melt for sure. Summer, it just hit for sure. So my beauties, today we're going to look into the future and how protected you are and finding what's important and stillness. And I do believe in stillness is where we recognize where there might be a lack of something, where there might be an excess of something, and where there might be something that, you know, is simmering in our little magic cauldron, but we need to pay a little extra attention. I know for myself personally, I need to leave some of my supplies out to get inspired. So I'll have containers and bins of beads so I can look at it and the colors can swirl and play in my head, and Willy Wonka out, and I can create fun things. I feel like something like that is really like simmering for you, that is going to bring you some success. Let's pull the top card and see what is going on. Whoa, yes, that's what I was sensing for you guys. Whether you guys are writers, whether you're creators, whether you're speakers, whether you're academics, whether you are, I feel like some of you are caution to the wind, like, let me invest in this real estate piece, buy this house, whatever. Whatever you are thinking of is going to pay some serious dividends and great returns. A lot of money at the top. It's so funny. I see this waterfall and I see like this bag, but it's clear and it's filled with, like, you know, those crazy gold doubloons that sailors and pirates always have, like real gold, and it's your angel guides there, and they have like this beautiful silver staff, and they're like, you're ready now, and you just nod your head and they just push that gold over the waterfall and it comes down river and it just is landing on your doorstep. You're ready. Here's something that's really important when we identify as somebody who's abundant, somebody who's flourishing, somebody who has this great sense of purpose and everything's going really beautifully. We have to picture ourselves in that. What do you look like as that person? What are you doing? Are you generous? Are you joyful? Are you just consuming things that you identify, quote unquote, as a youth with wealth, whether it's clothes and handbags and all of that? Are you refining a few things? You know, like, I feel like a lot of you are like, I want to simplify. I want a few things, but I want them very well made, like the classics. I feel like some of you guys, I keep picturing like this old restored car, whether it's like an old Mercedes or an old Jag or something, and it's just something that you always wanted as a child, one of these older like convertibles or like fun status cars, but they're unique, and you're gonna have the money for that. Things like that. I feel like some of you guys, you just want really nice kitchen gear, like all clads and maybe Henkel knives, whatever it is. It's like, I deserve those things, and you really feel ready for it, like receivership. In this stillness, you're going to identify and visualize yourself as a person that has immense wealth, and how for some of you artists, you might get like a old barn and refurbish it and have lots of easels and friends over and have wine and art parties and all of this. For a lot of you, it's a sense of community and finding new wonderful friends that meet you where you are in your high vibrational field, because as we know, unhelpful friends and energies are a deterrent for growth and the things we're trying to attract, because they're happy to stay where they are. Small minds, you know, small activities, where you're ready to just relinquish all that and have that envisionment process of you just having so much prosperity and creativity and traveling. Because I definitely feel some of you guys, when this comes in, you're like, I've always wanted to travel to this place, and it's immediately something that you do. You like, all right, I'm going to do this grade A first class style. And for many of you, going, you know, whether it's even flying private, first class, whatever, it's like you're going to luxuriate in it and know that you deserve it, because that's part of the receivership and the envisionment process. This read is all about you just really expanding into arena of knowing you're deserving of this wealth, this beautiful life, this kind of like sacred knowledge to be able to read the signs that bring you where you are, that like cosmic push. Lots of times I'll get that. I'll wake up, and as soon as I center myself, I will hear so clearly, you're going to be so happy today. You're going to see beautiful things, and you're going to be acknowledged for your work and the things that you do, because sometimes that's all people really want. They want to be heard, they want to be seen, they want to be acknowledged, and this validation is truly coming in for you. And you're like, oh, thank you, universe. But that's part of it, is you're feeling it right now already. We have to envision ourselves in that process, receiving the joy we'll feel, how we'll see ourselves. What are you wearing? Who are you talking to? What circles are you moving in? What country are you visiting? What, like, my first thing is, I honestly, I have this like scene in my head all the time of sailing down some of the beautiful Norwegian fjords, going into Stavanger and visiting, you know, some of my heritage, and my son being able to fish and be on any boat he wants, and just the beauty and the magic of that. Like, there would be such a sense of immediacy where I would just hire a team, and I'm like, get all this going. And that's sort of what you're going to do. You're like, all right, let's get these travel agencies and see who can offer what, and, you know, and fast and furious, you're on your way. And in this stillness, you will see your future, and you will see the wealth, abundance, the resources, the joy. And the joy doesn't come from the wealth. It's innate in you, knowing that you produce this because you saw yourself this way, and you open those doors. You recognize your worthiness of things of beauty and magic and love and connection and curiosity, and you ushered it in. And that's all it really takes to manifest. We sit in that stillness, and we need to first identify really crystal clear what some of these things are that we do with this abundance to manifest them, and feel how it'd be to be, you know, sailing on that boat through the fjords, and your family fishing, to be in those little huts in the Maldives, just swimming and floating in the water, to be in the Louvre and go to the Eiffel Tower and have some au pain au chocolat or whatever, you know, and just sitting there and being in all the finery that's very easily afforded to you now, all of those things. Or being on a TED Talk, being in a art gallery with your art on the walls, whatever it is, it's like, it's available to you. So start to feel it, start to envision, have, even if it's 2 minutes of stillness, of just picturing yourself somewhere wonderful on your own vessel and your own boat, just sailing off in a catamaran, you know, whatever it is that you can conceive and believe is just showing up. So get that image and start to write too. Like, I love to write things down and affirm, this is coming, I'll be achieving this, these feelings, you know, this is real, there's unlimited wealth, potential, ideas, all of those things out there. It was really funny, I just thought of something last night too. Like, I love all these comedians I've been going to see lately, and Mike Cannon is especially. I feel like he's always talking about gratitude and empathy and things, and I just feel like he's just a kindred spirit. He loves his son and gets so excited. And he was talking about, I thought it'd be really great if some of these podcasters say, send in your jokes and we'll do them for you. Like, I thought that 2 days ago, and I watched a podcast last night, and they actually said that on his podcast, and right away I was like, where's my notebook? You know what I mean? It's like, picture yourself, have the actual words, have the actual place, have all of that, and get ready, and you see that wheel of fortune start to turn, and you have your guides just with that silver wand, just pushing that bag of doubloons over the waterfall, and here it comes, you know, really shining glimmers everywhere taking place. So keep your eyes and heart open, because it's coming in for you big time. So my beauties, that is what you're meant to hear today. I hope you all have a great day, and if anybody's up for a private read, all my information is in the links. I hope you all have a fabulous day, and if it's super hot, get that water bottle ready, you know, stay cool and look after yourselves.